Man, they be wrecking. I know a lot of y'all didn't see the fight last night over there in Tokyo. But yeah, it was the monster. He was on deck, man. If you ain't seen it, you better get to ESPN Plus and check it out. It was the monster coming in the fight 26-0 with 23 big wins by way of knockout. Fighting Luis Nery, coming in the fight 35-1 with 27 wins by way of knockout. Man, it was definitely poised to be a battle royal because both fighters have power. Both fighters have a high knockout percentage. And the only fight that Nery lost was a body blow in the 7th round to Brandon Figueroa, who is a strong fighter at 122. So, no question, this was poised to be a nice one, y'all. And it was that. So go check it out. But anyway, to the first round, man, everybody was shocked. The man who I definitely consider number 2 pound for pound in the world, they ordered the monster Inoue. He was put on the canvas. Spoiler alert. Inoue was put on the canvas for the first time in his professional career, man. But I think that was due to him being laxed because his skill level is just on a different level. Let me just get that out the way. Naoya Inoue's skill level is on a different level. He not only has power and he's able to get torque on his punches, but as I said in the last video, timing is more important than power. You can have a lot of power, but if you don't know how to put it out there at the right time and time your opponent when they least expect it, you're going to have a tough time fighting the upper echelon fighters. You may get away with it with the lower fighters, the lower echelon fighters, but the top tier fighters, you have to have your timing down or they're going to expose you. But what happened with Inoue in the first round is Nery timed him perfectly. And even though Inoue wasn't hurt from that punch, you can tell he was surprised. And he sat on his knee for a minute, got his composure back, lasted out the round. But in the second round, he came back and he looked like the monster. He kept Nery off balance. Nery didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to fight Inoue because Inoue is not as easy to hit as Nery thought he was. Yeah, he got him in the first round, but Inoue is a very slick boxer. And so his defense was heightened a little more after that knockdown. So he wasn't sleeping on Nery and he was able to start picking up on the rhythm of Nery, which great boxers do. Nery was not feigning, so Inoue was able to see his punches coming from the second round on. And the second round, Inoue put Nery on his wallet. Okay, and pretty much thereafter, it was all Inoue. It was a few scraps, but for the most part, Inoue dominated the fight. In the 6th round, he knocked Nery down again, not only in the 2nd round, but in the 5th round. And then in the 6th round, it was time to end the fight and put Nery's head outside of the ring. He was done. It was a wrap. It was over with. Nery had enough. And therefore, Inoue retains his undisputed championship at 122. But I don't think there's no competition for him. I know there's Brandon Figueroa. I don't think he'll have a shot. His fighting style, I think Inoue will crush him. Brandon is a strong fighter, but he fights with his head forward. And if you don't sit there in the pocket with him, he's done. And a person with the skill level of an Inoue would get in the trenches with him at the right times, move at other times. His skill level is just too elite. He will punish Brandon and Brandon will get knocked out. I just don't see him having a shot against Inoue. Ray Ford, if Inoue moves up a weight class, I don't see nobody in the featherweight division having a real legitimate shot against Inoue. I mean, Ray Vargas? No. Raymond Ford is probably the only person that I would give a shot to, but I think Inoue is just too slick for Raymond Ford. I think he's just too slick for him. I think he has to move up to 130 to really have any possible competition. You got Emmanuel Navarrete, Lamont Roach, O'Shaquie Foster. These guys at 130 may have a shot. I don't think he has no competition in any weight class lower than 130. It's just that simple, man. So I don't know what's next for Inoue. He's staying busy. He has fought 2 times since the Stephen Fulton fight. That's what you do. You stay busy. You keep your fans entertained. You keep your fans coming back. You keep your fans in love with what you do. That's what it is, folks. I'll talk to you next time.